8. A bit of a holding pattern right now. Holding pattern. Maybe you look at some action with Intel earnings after the bell. I mean, maybe there's something with in 6 minutes. We got MOC coming at you. CPI tomorrow. CPI.
So now my take profit. My take profit would be, see, I don't have much room for take profit, right? So if someone's like, oh, well, you got into a good position, or you're in somewhat of a good position, my take profit is really not much, because there's this downward trend that's in effect, and you see, like, there's not much room for me to even make a profit. So that's also what needs to go into account for risk to reward, is kind of seeing like, okay, you might be in a good trade location, but how much room do you actually have to make money off, right? So if I was sitting at 258, I'd be fine right now. But my average is at 262. So I'm taking quite a bit of heat with my upside not being that great. My upside would have been this downward trend. Again, it's just selling off. That's all that's happening. I'm just like watching it getting sold out.
Slowly. Start off like they're unwinding Delta a little bit here. When we came into power hour, it was up to positive 20,000. Positive 3,200 in the NASDAQ. Still strong in the NASDAQ. Last trade, $25,256. Only time is 2.5 close. Interesting about this 2.5 close.
Come on down and hang out for a little bit. Just give me a candle, give me like a 1 minute candlestick that's like between a 0 and 5 minute range. Something that I need to look more aware of is really long candlesticks.
Show me.
I'm going to right now. So for example, we had this 15-minute candlestick that we're working on right now, so the high is 275. And it was pretty damn close to the top of range, but we have a candle that goes from like higher range to lower range. To me, that's like a lot of momentum, so I want to be very wary to range for 250. If we can get down to the 250s and print a couple candlesticks that are small, I'd love to get in there. What you're trying to avoid is a range run and just getting totally just blown out of your trade instantly. So we'll see if it happens, but being a little stingy, Dre, like a little bit stingy.
I think that's very wise, especially about 15 minutes till the close. Wiz is back in. We saw a little bit of pop. Wiz, what price did you get long from?
So like it popped, it held that level, the 256 level that was it held that. But see, what's happening is getting stuck at the downward trend. So it needs to break this downward trend line, and it's trying to eat through that downward trend line. And that's what I was talking about earlier. That's my upside potential for a base hit. If it goes through, then awesome, right? Then I can look at the levels. But if it can't get through this downward trend, then that's all I have for my potential. If I want now to let it run and it's breaking this downward trend, then my next potential sell can be at this 2. Okay, that's what I was just about to say, right there. So the base hit would have been at that 252, 268, right? Like that's where the base hit would have been. I was gonna like move it right there, and then it actually just tapped it. So that would have been the base hit. Like if I wanted to take nice NQ or larger size MNQ base hit. Right. You saw it come down here, retest at the 258 level, and then it broke this downward trend. Then you know that it can go to the next level. So if it breaks the trend, you know the next move is going to be the next level, which was 268. That's where you could have got the base hit. But I'm always so busy talking, I can't take my focus on that.
That's the problem, Wiz. Come on, man. They're like,
let Andre talk.
Oh, yeah, Wiz, you trade. Don't be trade. Chat is loving you. Very fired up.
Because you do have to let me know. Just give me some heads up that you're about to get into a trade, so I can hop in there.
Yeah. So the good thing is that you saw, like it pushed through this 258 level, right? And this one candle, it pushed through, but at the ending of the candle. Okay, I'm just gonna break even. Because I talk again. Way too much. We'll figure out the comment. But
you love it.
Anyways, I'll let it run.
Wiz, real quick. How much do you love being on Top Step TV? This you love it, right?
Any opportunity that I get, I take it. Even today, I got a message. I was like, I'm on. Put me on.
Cancel all your appointments. I'm coming on.
Put me in, coach.
You need trading buddies. You need trading buddies. I mean, it can be lonely. Trading journey can be lonely, and that is what Chop Step TV is here to do. Again, we got the president speaking in the White House, talking about cartels and things like that. Nothing market moving just yet. We do have less than 2 minutes until MOC market on close. On close, you ask? It is just the volatility. Let's just say that volatility. Just to know that it about man. Wiz, MOC in 90 seconds. Thoughts? Are we gonna get a big number or a small number?
So what's happening here is that look, it came down to this level, got popped straight up, got rejected at the next level. So a lot of people took some profits, a lot of people took that bounce, or there's a lot of sellers saying it's hard. That's the highest you can go. And then it came back down, and then it's getting bought up right back at this level, right? So if you can see that there's quite a bit of noise happening right at this given moment. Because there's this level rejecting it, there's this trend line really trying to hold it. So that's why sometimes some candles can act a little wonky, and it might not be like the same type of candle you just saw a minute before. You'll see a lot of pushback, and that's what's happening exactly at this moment right now. That we're seeing on this candle is there's bulls trying to hold it higher than this 260 and hold this trend line that they just created, but there's the bears at 260 as well. They're really trying to hold it underneath. So
Size up.
I have 4 MNQ.
4 MNQ, we're going for 4 MNQ into MOC market on close.
Do it.
Start off.
10 seconds.
Alright, now this is a gamble.
Hold up.
This is a gamble. One to MOC.
3 seconds.
These numbers. Here we go. Ready?
Oh, shit. That was a
Heavy
gamble.
sell side. 3 billion sell side ES. 2 billion sell side NASDAQ. 1 billion sell side Dow. Heavy sell side.
Damn. I made no money on today's online. Look how beautiful the move
Down 30 points and counting. Down 30 points.
But look how beautiful of a move that was. It broke through this level and the trend line. What a beautiful break. Like, that's why, like, when you read these charts, like, there's so much beauty to, like, the way that these alphas perform. And so, like, that was just clear, nice break. So anyone that had some stop buys, just kind of pushing through, that kind of helped push through these levels right here. So that's why there's a little bit more people kind of pushing this up right now. That was fun. That was fun to trade. Again, when I'm talking, I kind of like lose track of what's actually happening to my trades.
Well,
But
come on now.
right here-
We can't have you on. We can't have you on if you can't do both, man. Come on, we can't. You gotta trading first. Trading first, because I know you have a
Rub
passion.
your
No
belly
one
and
has
tap your head, man.
Yep.
So I bought again at this area because you can see it got stopped right at this level, this 240 level. It got stopped right there, and look, it's going back and forth on those two levels. So I'm kind of just, I'm going to get into the market right now. I don't even trade in those like minutes, but
Heavy sell side. Heavy sell side. 25,000. Last trade in the NASDAQ. That's 773.
You said the sell side was billion?
Well, NASDAQ was 1.6 billion. Sorry, 1.6. Push hit the highs like that. Mario in the chat. Couldn't have said it better in the chat. We will clearly go down for most. Mario. Short. Yeah.
if there was a price that didn't get cleared, it would be at 180. 180 is the price that didn't get cleared. What I mean by that is, on my screen, you can kind of see it kind of shot through. It never came back and retested, right? So like this level got cleared by this retest. This level, 25,194 got retested. That got cleared. 25,200 got cleared. 25,216 got cleared. But the one level that hasn't really got cleared is 180. So if it really wants to shoot down there, it can go do a little whip test tab. But I've noticed that not all the time, but
Hold on, Wiz. I keep reporting these MOC numbers. We're still saying sell side. We're still ES 2 billion sell side, Nasdaq 1 billion sell side. In about 2 minutes, another injection of liquidity. Started. What was that price?
I think 240s would be pretty good. We're up at 250 now. Finally start. So we kind of shot down and finally started printing some stubbier 1 minute candlesticks. And if you go to like a 30-second chart, you'll see a bunch very, very tiny 30-second charts. So clearly, this was a little bit happy to kind of stay there, bat around a little bit. Now we're getting back up, and we're actually half-hour range we were talking about earlier. So let's see if the 250s can act as
support. Okay, we're trading 249, 25,249 right now. ES trading 67.75. Starting to scale back that was initially heavy sell side. You don't see any back by half now. We're only at 184 million sell side. Even Nasdaq ES still at 1.8 billion sell side down. We got Intel earnings after the bell today. We got CPI tomorrow. Make sure you tune in to opening call coverage of that. We got oil selling off here, and we got another injection of liquidity in about 35 seconds.
Short Wiz.
Yeah, I'm short. And I'm gonna try to see if I can add another short into this 255 retest. Okay. I'm not good at trading the last 10 minutes of the market, so I think
we're about to
I
flip
never
buy
even
side.
trade the last 10 minutes.
We're about to flip buy side. We're about to flip buy side Nasdaq now. We're about to flip buy side. It's only minus 50 million. Sell side. We were 1.6 billion. Here we go. 2 seconds. Liquidity.
So let's go to 180. Come on. Shoot all the way down to 180 and go clear that price. That would be. So do you see what happened right there? Like, if you guys are looking at my, why did it go up here to a certain area, right? So some people that are watching this stream might not know why it shoots up to certain areas, but you can see the clear rejection. It got to the 255 on the bottom side. It tried to retest it and then got quickly shot down. And why did it come down to the 245? It's because it came down to retest the 1 hour peak from 11 and 12 right? So that's why it landed there.
You are currently what are you looking for right here? 247.5.
247 short.
7. Okay.
I'm going for the big home run at 180.
I love it, man. I love it.
180s.
180 short from 257. Don't count. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Bell. Let's.
I've been way too much of a bind. Too bullish today, so I don't think we should come there. But no one's gonna clear a prize. We'll clear down there.
Let's go clear. Let's click those 180s. We got. Oh, don't forget about your above
very
below.
large move. Oh yeah, above below.
Yeah,
279.
79.
Within the ballpark. What are the mid here? Maybe the 50s are starting to form some support.
Too strong.
Let's see.
Oh, future starting. You've been fired up all power hour. He's not here to teach. He's just showing you a different way that some people do it. Do appreciate the hot takes. Come on, be nice, everyone. We had Amanda on previous segment. Now we got the Wiz on. I mean, we're just showing you the full range of what is possible, what makes trading absolute. Oh yeah, so we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes until the closing bell. Absolutely. That's trading.
Like a sampler platter of strategies.
Buffet.
It's truly a buffet. King crab legs.
Yes.
Unlimited cheese.
180
station.
Shoot down for fun.
Omelet station.
Yep.
I'm making omelets.
Vegetables and the dip. Yep. Oh, shrimp cocktail.
Don't get it twisted. The nigga look like that every day.
Oh yes.
Don't go to Walmart though. Radioactive. Watch out.
Niggas know how to got to get fresh one day.
If he doesn't break this upward trend, I'm not going to be able to have it go to 180. But you see like why it bounced from one level to the next, right? So better trade location for me.
We didn't go anywhere. Wiz, I got something. Yeah, go ahead.
You seeing a lot of your entries not by your levels you have on your chart.
Yeah, so what's happening and what I'm trying to, so right here, the reason why I shorted it here, and then when it came up to this rejection, I added into my short. So that's why it's over here in the middle. So like, I shouldn't be averaging it. Yeah. So like, I'm trying to see if it's rejecting these levels, then I'll add, but right now, again, it's just a combine, and I'm also feeling not that like hesitant that like it's gonna do much damage to my combines.
Why'd you giggle there? Why did you giggle when you said that? Why did you said that, Wiz? Oh, absolute.
Oh, because I feel like I'll be able to pass the combine next week or tomorrow. Like I'm just kind of reaching at the same time, so I'm kind of like losing track of like my own positioning. But yes, best trade location here would have been at 240, which I didn't get into. If I wanted to short it, best trade location should be up here at 278. That's where my best, like, that's where trade location should be at for short, right? Because that's where it didn't have a retest. It kind of shot through the 278 level, so I should have actually shorted it up there rather than like where people were actually buying in at this level at 240.
Marcus, reading the Top Step TV, you love Dolby time. Dolby time, 30 seconds. Why don't you take it from here, Dolby? 25 seconds.
20 seconds, yeah. I mean, a lot of trades, Wiz, and I do applaud you for taking trades on air during a time of day that you are maybe not super familiar with. I think that does take a lot of teammates to do that. Dre, we were talking about the scariest trade, which was shorts. We're talking about those that are on 280s. Maybe next time, lean into it.
Let's go to 180.
Wiz.
180? Yeah, 180 right now.
180s never got to. The scariest trade was just simply taking the trade. That power hour. We're going to really move. We got gold sawed off a little bit. Little pause there. Bit of a digestion rate. That's okay. More coming up. We got the CPI. We got Intel coming up after the belt. Wiz, you're the best. Dolby time. Do it without you. That being said, I'm going to hey, take us out of here.
Let's go indeed. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. As always, shout out to all the bell bellers. Grateful for you. Wiz, have a great day, brother. We're going to take off from here. Obviously, the day show is now over, but at the buzzers coming up at 3:15 Central with Coach Jay and Coach Paul. And then we do have slow markets this evening at 7:30. And Baron will be joining Coach Dakota. So make sure to come back to Top Tech TV this evening. And then tomorrow is Friday. It's the end of the week. We've got an action-packed day for you. Our main man, Doom, is back in the building. Ahmed for Fast Markets. And then we have James D, our favorite Canadian, going to trade with Top Step with Coach J and JD during the 11 a.m. hour. Of course, you know, group coaching with the guys. We got VWAP George coming to hang out with us at 1 p.m. And then we got Carlos, favorite band, Carlos, coming back to Faded Up Power Hour. We are not going to have a Versa Challenge tomorrow. It's going to be a normal power hour. One of the first Fridays in a while. Taking a little bit of a breather. Should be a great day. Close out the week strong. But that's going to be it for us here. So now it's your time, as Eddie would say, and go get some rest, rejuvenate, come back, and let's close out this week. Strong, motivated, and refreshed mindset. That's it. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
If I'm not in the gym, I'm motherfucking in class. I'm not in class, I'm in the gym for me. I'm going to practice. Goddamn. Like it all. Got me white bitch. Get out here all kinds of flavors. I got all the flavors, boy. My motherfucking pride. Now ain't no competition. Dirty ass white boy talking about they go on the fence. Okay, good luck. I got something else to fence. We'll be fencing in these hoes. Now I'm gonna get straight A's, man. I'm fucking out here for this. Take the best dress. Talk about that, man. The best dress niggas. That's fly niggas, fly niggas. Ain't nobody flying. I'm so fly niggas want to set their game up. I guess you know not everybody got the party shit on. Like, whoa. Hell yeah, bro, you saw that shit. Everybody showing that shit on some white boy flip-flop type shit. I'm motherfucking goddamn Trump to that young boy. Niggas gonna be like, bro, I know the Catholic University. Niggas gonna start jocking me. Set this goddamn game up. I come to that motherfucking boy. I'm fucking on you, girl. Your girlfriend is down my girlfriend. All the hoes peeping. And then I say they be settling, bro. So they're hanging out with the lame niggas because there ain't no other niggas, bro. As soon as they got an option, bro, they gon' fucking, yeah, it's not an option. It's not an option. Niggas, bag all this stuff. It wasn't no competition. It's no ticket, it was a lame, no fence in the place. But there ain't no really flames out there. It wasn't nobody who I seen that was like, oh, watch out for him. He's a doctor. He's a bunch of big and then the black niggas, that's crazy. The black niggas damn near the lamer than the white boys. What the fuck, Hammer? They lame boys. Niggas lame boys. Some niggas lame, boy. I'm saying this niggas, real niggas don't go to college. I dropped out. The real street niggas stuck outside on the curb. Niggas ain't. Yeah, bro, they said he probably ain't college though. He got good money. They pay his mama pay good money so they come to America. Come to America. I know, right? And they got that Arabic shit. That's the sad part. The Arabs took over Africa. So now they don't even believe it. They all got them going on Arabic out. They say they got Allah. That's it. Nice shit is coming up now, man. Shit, I like Mosquito Foster. I might live here, Mosquito. That one now, Mosquito Foster. Then you gotta bring it back. Africa coming up finally. Niggas took like 100 years. Africa finally industrialized. They get you a little plot of land. Don't live there. Now that's where you get your multi-units. You get like a... And then you just let somebody else property manager that's doing like Chattanooga just to let this trip. And then you just own like, you probably gonna be way more, you're gonna need to own like 150. You're more likely to get 150 though.
Okay, who's everyone running here?
Say repeat.
Who's everyone running?
What does that mean?
Motherfucker, are you running support? Are you running recon? What you running, bro?
Oh, no, that shit don't matter.
Damn.
That shit don't matter, brother.
Holy shit.
But I think I'm running the assault class to answer questions.
They pushing, bro.
Boy, nah, man, I might catch CCAP University next year, boy. I'm up there going in the business school, bagging the business. Bagging business at the Catholic University. But I don't want to miss out on that Howard University action. So that's why I say I might be a psychologist, man. I got a level load. Can I be doing my doctorate in college even though I never passed my first part, or you gotta do it in order? Nah, I'm about to have my doctorate in college and I'm gonna go get my minor in fucking Catholic University, dog. They double dipping, or can I get them to work together? Can I talk to one and say, hey, Dean, another Dean, can I spread my load? Or they gonna be like, no, nigga. They gonna say I gotta pass the first 2 years of cap data to be dead. My mate. Nah, I mean, I can't do nothing now. I'm just living. I'm just living now. Don't even know. I can't do no. I can't do none of that. I can't do none of that now. I'm just gonna finish in a good time. I ain't saying nothing about really doing this shit. This was a 100 round. What about the 100 round? What about? Hell nah. You know, you see how I go to all those, and I just be a mascot. A college mascot. I'm just trying to go out. Oh man, what's that mean? What's that mean? Oh man, that's what I'm saying. That's why I gotta go to the D. Oh man, that's what I'm trying to do. What I gotta be defeated. That's my biggest fucking goddamn what am I defeated? What if I got a master's degree in physiology? That's not a fucking bag of physiology, nigga. I got a master's degree in bag of physiology, nigga. That don't count for nothing for performance. What's I'm about to do, dog? I'm like, bro, I'm fucked up in these streets, nigga. I drop down and take care of my family, nigga, dog, but my heart is in this shit. But my heart is in this shit. I might get me a scholarship, but I don't need the money though, because I'm sick now. But I want to go to that. But I need you to let me in. I need you to open up the door for me. Oh, a young nigga in the city. Yeah, dog, and I need it back because I'm trying to go to Howard Homecoming. I go to Homecoming first. But I'm trying to go to motherfucking God, but I'm trying to fuck with the whites. But I want my education where the whites get educated. You're leaving me out. I know. That's why I'm trying to be both ways. I'm trying to be both ways. I'm trying to back me up from motherfucking Catholic University and take her to college. Pimpin' ain't there. I mean, then back me another one. I just got like a whole line of bitches just following behind me. They just a line of and shit. I got like 100 bitches. 100 of them. Why these such niggas up and I got a girlfriend? This ass niggas.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
I got you, brother. I got you, battle buddy. Fire wheel engagement.
We gotta start moving though.
You know,
We need to get beat.
Oh shit, man down. Multiple shooters. I think that's a great idea. That's my better idea. One of my better ideas, nigga. I'm trying to, man, I need my bed, my side, then I have the other show, then I got my high-end Percy bit, then I'm taking my credits over here, motherfucking UDC. I think it's funny. I'm busy. I'm so busy. And I'm doing it all without a car, nigga. I'm fucking nigga. Just pick me up. Somebody pick me up. I got my foot with me. Somebody pick me up. I got these empty ass niggas. Police would be dead. Can't have a video of a woman is run over by officer killed. Oh? Wow. That's crazy, bro. They killed a person for an officer. I was excited. Ain't no way. And it was a hit run. And then they see the police, police don't get in trouble. That's why they acting like that. If that's one of their own, that's our grabbing this blue. We're above the law. And then all they gonna do is say, I didn't see it. That's still a wrongful homicide. She might not even gonna beat it. Gonna be the murder case. What is that? Lots of. See, then they show this shit. Always try to make the black man look bad. I'm trying to bag on these white hoes. I'm trying to imagine, I guess Dad is over there with his daughter trying to see what he's spending money on. That's what I do. Hey, Dad, see what this damn school look like. I'm in town. I'm in town. I'm gonna come to lunch with you, eat lunch with you. Oh, she's like that. I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's what damn school in town. Come check her out. They have my family. I'm saying, I think I'll get $50,000 a year, whatever. You just put this bitch to sit around and pay me this shit. What the hell is going on?
Check, quick sound check. Can everybody hear us loud and clear? What's going on, Coach Paul?
Hearing you loud and clear, Coach Jay. How are you doing today, everybody?
Doing well. Welcome to all of our buzzer beaters. Welcome to the buzzer market recap. This is the first time here to go over these sessions to review what happened in the markets for today. We may talk about some markets that you haven't traded before. We believe our goal as traders is to identify opportunity. We want to see how we can take advantage of those opportunities while managing our risk. This is our first time meeting with Coach Jay, but it's outside from
Yo, Money Buddha, come get me, bro.
Coach Paul, go ahead and take it.
Hey,
I'm behind you.
Paul. I've been with Top Step since April.
I got halfway. Oh shit.
I've been involved in a few
You can snipe that, bro.
4 decades.
Cause I'm sniping out here, bro.
My experiences,
Yes, sir.
some knowledge.
Watch out, we're getting sniped at. Oh my god.
Awesome stuff. You are all our chat, our owners. Thank you as always. For
Appreciate you.
Recovering.
Coming in clutch again.
Our first in the chat asking why can't you watch the replay? You should always be able to watch the replay on YouTube. But, shout out to Dan Trader in the chat as well. As I fly Intel to the moon, double beat on Intel. We will take a look at those Intel charts in just a second here. What's up, Tig, Gold Mine, T-Dot, 55 League, paid their, Florida paid their, and
I got you, Money Buddha.
welcome.
Coming up with you.
Here, so now we can stand. All right, let's get into it. Talking about the markets, as far as news goes, we did have existing home sales pretty much on the dot. Forecast actually 4.06 million on the dot. Interesting. Coming into this CPI number tomorrow, I'm curious to see what we get from that number.
Yo, who got an ammo pack?
But we are starting to get some of the data that we were looking for. Right now, the CPI is still on the calendar for tomorrow. So get it.
Fuck, I only got pistol.
Anything else you got on the
Well, sanctions on Russia. We've seen that large move in crude oil. It's really attributed to that. India being and some other countries being forced to buy their crude elsewhere. Tightening up of this hot war coming. Hold through again today, at least in the crude world. But more importantly, are you saying, is this true? CPI is coming out tomorrow or may come out?
Right now it is still on the calendar. It's on the BLS website, so I guess we gotta trust what we see until we see something different. But that is what it's saying right now. I think that CPI data is considered essential, like Jack was saying, essential to the decisions that the Fed is going to make coming up in a little bit here. So I think we are going. Right, we know we got a Fed meeting next Wednesday. So let's see. That'll be the first piece of economic data that we're getting in a little while because this government shutdown. That does not sound like it's any closer to being over. Here we are. Before we get into the hiking here at Intel did just beat on their earnings. Ford also released their earnings as well. Shout out to Ford. It was one of the first stocks to report. But Intel earnings per share came in at 23 cents. Estimate was 2 cents. Revenue came in at 13.65 billion, 2.8%, up 2.8% year over year. Data center and AI 4.12 billion. Estimate was 3.97 billion. Of course, everyone's going to be paying attention to AI at this point. So looking pretty good here. Looking pretty good for Intel. Ford is to boost its see the production volume at 50,000 plus 2026. Check out all the trucks on the car there. Ford looks like they beat on 45 cents. Came in at 45 cents. Estimate is 36 cents. Ford Pro revenue came in at 17.4 billion. Estimate was 16.43 billion. Just take a look at this Intel chart. Think they like those numbers?
Well, with those 2 cents versus what was that?
It came in at 23 cents versus a 2 cent estimate. Yeah, we don't expect to make anything. Holy shit, we made something.
Guess it helps to have friends in the government.
You know that Intel is in the government's portfolio. There's 10% investment in Intel. There's a 7% move to the upside. And a lot of investment by the government in Intel. It's a nice rally so far. Let's see if this holds. Intel trading $40 right now. Zoom out on this chart. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. Coming off of its lows, you can tell where that investment starts. Right in this consolidation range, right around the president was saying it's a good time to buy stock. Intel was one of those stocks. We were up almost 100%.
Oh, that's that guy. They still looking at him. That's niggas looking at him.
Nice there.
That was like 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
considering Intel was only trading $25 in September, right, this is a pretty big move here for any Intel investors. If you're holding on and you zoom out, still maybe some room to go, depending on how that investment goes. So interesting stuff there. Anything else you got on the news?
That's it. But yeah, now we wait for CPI.
Go. Another headline coming out here. I know we haven't been getting jobs data. Target cuts 1,800 corporate jobs in its first major layoff in decades. Target laying off almost 2,000 employees. But let's get to the markets that we trade. 36 different markets we could trade with top-up accounts. And to the downside today, we had lean hogs down 0.64%, ultra bonds down 0.73%, and natural gas, our biggest percentage mover to the downside, down 3.86%. To the upside, we had RBOB gasoline futures up 3.29%. Crude oil up 5.4%, and heating oil up 5.97%. What's that spread called, Coach Paul? Is it a natural gas heating oil spread or a natural gas crude oil spread?
Well, the spread in energy is the crack spread.
There you go.
It's crude oil, heating oil,
and its derivatives, right?
And RBOB or unleaded gas.
Interesting. Okay.
You buy crude oil to make gas and heating oil. And it's a they call it a synthetic refinery.
Okay.
It's a lot of volume, and it can get volatile.
Yeah, with those markets trading sometimes double-digit percentages in a day, you can see how they get volatile. All the energies, big percentage of energies. RBOB, crude oil, heating oil, and natural gas, all in our top. So to talk about our big four, we had already S&P up 5-6%, gold up 1.5%, NASDAQ up just under 1%, 9.3%. I have a NASDAQ chart up here, Coach Paul. Pull up a daily in the NASDAQ. What are we looking at here?
No, we're holding towards the top of that range. We have not closed above it. We could, with some CPI-driven information, possibly. But it's looking up and to the right. One we hold in this feeling that it's an equity and it's designed to go up. Just to me, just a matter of time. We held a 20-day moving average now for what, 3-4 days.
Yep.
And it's curling up, gaining momentum. That candle is just a blip. It looks like.
Yeah.
I'm not in the prediction game, but that looks like a very friendly chart to me.
Yeah, it looks pretty good for now. We're less than 0.5% off the all-time high in the NASDAQ. Can anyone think of a catalyst that could push us to all-time highs? Could be an operative word. Because it could also, depending on what that data is tomorrow, I don't think someone knows what that number is, and if we're actually going to get it. Could get the markets moving. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart in the NASDAQ. AK price action says Trump could do it, CPI could do it, CPI could definitely do it. Let's take a look here, Coach. 30-minute chart on the NASDAQ. Overnight session last night. Kind of back and forth. We tested that 200 moving average a couple of times in the overnight session. It took a little while. Volume actually never crossed that 200 moving average on the day. Let me take the 20 and 50 off of here. Actually, there's a better way to do this. I'm going to teach you guys something real quick. Visibility on intervals. We can say, change this to a 1 hour chart really quick. And I only want to see the 20 moving average on this interval and above.
Oh, wow.
So
I learned something.
Yeah, hold on a second.
The old dog just found a new trick.
Because I really only like the moving average on the 30-minute chart. It's smaller, so better time for me to do this.
Learning.
Yeah, here we go. And now we're going to say visibility on intervals, this interval, and below. So now what you can see is I have only the 200 moving average and only the 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart. And once I go above it, I do like to know where that 20 moving average is. So now this is only going to show anything an hour and above. So 5-minute chart, 200 moving average. Chart, 200 hour. Now I got all 3. Shout out to Coach Robert. You're talking.
Coach Robert knows everything.
He does. He literally does.
He wrote the book.
Let's take a look again. Alright, so 30-minute chart here, what do we see?
Well, you have the 1 hour, I think. Okay, well, there it is. Alright. You know what I see? Yesterday's large volume spike at the lows. I marked that out. Last night, out of it. And what did we go back to?
Right to 50% of it.
All the holes are pretty. They
I mean,
all
a shout out to you. I have that on mine now all the time. We had a little talk earlier in the green room about breakouts like that. I, being a floor person, don't have the patience I should, but I am developing it. But interesting, that went right to 200, failed, came back halfway into that. Nice rally. That. But last night's action was fairly small volume.
Yeah, it was.
Even for night session. So, but, I mean, there we go. So VWAP from last night was a little delayed. It was tough. I did not trade it last night. After that break yesterday, it's going to, by the way, it was only 200 average.
Right.
But it did get up there, failed, set up beautifully this morning.
Man, this bitch not bold enough to go pussy out.
Yes, it did. Is gold doing something right now? I see WTF gold. Is gold just do something? All right. So Billy just asked a question about the 1500 bottom. So 1500 contract trade in the NASDAQ big size. 25,115 was that price. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit here. Like Coach Ball said, we came down. We tested 50% of that high volume from yesterday. That's why we kind of like to leave these high volume areas on our charts just to for reference points. But let's go to regular trading hours now. Take a look at the 3-minute. We got some urgency this morning.
Yeah, we did.
We got some urgency. If you're wondering what we are talking about as far as urgency goes, we had a 3-minute opening range. That volume left that range almost immediately and never looked back.
My favorite trade.
Seriously. We had a low of the New York session. We've talked about this a couple times, right? Where did we open? Right at 25,000, right above 25,000. Came down, tested 25,000, below it. Volume never traded below it, right? So, when we talk about 2K to the day trade, small and nice trade. All those times we talk about, what is the market's response to a whole number level? We traded 1 point below 25,000 for fall on that. Price advertised below. So sorry to the poor seller, whoever sold it, thinking we were going to get a breakdown there. It just didn't happen.
Everybody can get his work done. Because you walk around with your pussy hanging out. You got the pussy hanging out.
It just, instant buy. There was...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I call it an allocation trade.
Yeah.
That's institutional buying. They're not sitting and waiting for a price. Okay, buy a couple units, whatever that unit is. It's price doesn't matter. And put that in the dictionary under opening range breakout.
Absolutely. Broke outside of that range. Back and looked at VWAP a couple times. 25 to 115 was where that 1500 line was set. Settings for my entry VWAP open, high, low, close, full. Again, if you watch, I'm gonna change it. See how it doesn't change too much? The default is high, low, close 3. But we're looking at these on so short time frames that it really doesn't matter. Where it will start to change if I start to use like handle highs and lows and things like that. But if you have it set to high, low 2, high, low 3, high, low 4, it's really not going to change a whole lot. So you could move on the default if you wanted to.
Yeah, and that's what, what's the book, Anchor VWAP, what's the author?
Brian Shannon.
He recommends that. And by the way, it's an average.
Right.
So using an average of the high, low, and high, low, and close makes sense.
Right. With this 25, 115, we talked about this order. You heard the guys mentioning it on fast markets. A lot of times, what we talk about is what is the market response to that price. Somebody's willing to trade to sell at 1,500 when it shows up on the offer. It also means that there has to be an aggressive market that's willing to buy it. Coming into that, we saw aggressive buyers to start. Now, one of the things we can do, Coach Ball, if we do this, is anchor a VWAP to the event. What was the event of 1,500? What did we get from that point? Now, this can be a scary trade to take because we're talking about highs of the day where we just took out a major order. But every once in a while you get a little bit of a pullback, right? A pullback under this order. Could you buy this initial breakout on the follow through? You could. But even at that 15, sometimes it's not going to happen. The market trade big size and immediately reject. Right? We saw that in gold yesterday. Gold, after that 1,000 lot traded in gold yesterday, quick spike above and no immediate follow through and sold off. Especially after the gold was up. Rich, you were reading about that. It's not, is it, the event is the big order trading out there, but the trade is the reaction to it, right? Does anyone remember that price of gold yesterday?
Yeah. Hey, bro.
40.65.
Bro, I ain't never seen nothing like that, bro.
Was it at that price, 40.65.90?
Yeah, why put it at a weird
66, 98?
Exactly.
Well, I can see why. I mean, it's questionable move. You can put it on the even if you want to.
That's where everyone else is.
Yeah. So,
if we start doing that, right? If we start looking at, okay, here's the high volume that you consider that an event, right? And it is, right? You're going to see high volume. You're going to be you up to high volume. It makes sense a little bit, right? Anchor the VWAP to when that trade happens and then see what the market's response is from there. In this case, in the NASDAQ, even though we got a pullback, there was follow through buying. And again, they just bought it all day. 25.115 ended up being somewhat of a support. The way the NASDAQ it's going to run it by 41 higher. But a decent spot to start to look for some buyers because you know that there's an aggressive market participant there that not only bought 15 contracts but showed potential for follow through above. Where we didn't immediately turn around like we did in gold. Now, trade location methods, again, this is not going to happen the same way every time. Right? The DNA of the day is from the open and continue to buy it. Anything else to
no. Just prepare for CPI tomorrow. This looks very friendly. Great, and look at the size of that cake. And the first hit was this one? Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, this division, that was heavy buying. It was the highest volume of the day. The rest of the volume was half. The biggest one was half of that. So
yeah,
we go back to, hey, coach, what's your offer? I'll buy 5,000. And it was,
yeah.
Take them out. Now
I got 5.
Yeah.
So I'll buy your 5 and everything else above you too.
Yeah, and that's why I'm friendly that this is as don't take that as trading advice or investment advice, in my opinion, from my experience. But that's really good buying. We did back half and melt it up. Or actually just lollygag up.
Right. JD had a great question here. Was that 115 lot or 1500 lot near the 200 moving average? It was within 10 points of it. And that's another thing we do, right? In order to get through this 200 moving average, we've seen it. You're going to need some volume. Somebody nicely bought 1,500 contracts for us to continue through that 200 moving average. Thank you, friend. Billy has a question. That 1,500 lot that was filled all at once, is that 300? You put it out there.
I'll give you a little experience on that. I mean, that could be because there could be a large institution that bought a big unit in the cash market. Now, unless Goldman Sachs says, I'll take a piece of it, and some hedge fund takes a piece of it, or one entity takes it and distributes it to others. There is that trade.
Yeah.
That could be it, and that's my guess. Or it was an option trade, a large option level. That could be it. But the key point is we don't know. We just know it got filled. And what effect did it have? So, we'll never lose anything. And then if we did, now what? Now I know. Okay, well, if
I'm over the 1,500 lot seller, I'll let you guys know. If I'm allowed to. Might not be able to expose that information. Let's see.
it's good to know. Why? I think because I used to get caught up. So I can just find out what they are and then I can post it. And then see if they're right. All these derivatives of, hey, what's my trading plan? How did that affect the market? It didn't change it. From my perspective, heck, as this market goes higher, the more participants are in it, 3,000.
Right. I'm trying to remember what some of the biggest signs we've seen in the NASDAQ. I know last year there was a couple of crazy.
Yeah, it's a
Pretty big size. Pretty big size. If I check in the Discord, I posted a screenshot there. We have continued to push a little bit here. We might be seeing all-time highs pretty soon. Don't say it. Don't jinx it. All right.
well, if it is, you have to hit the like button.
Hit that thumbs up button if you have anything else you got on the equities?
Did we look at the
S&P on it.
I wanted to. I'll tell you why. This was such a clean trade from yesterday and the S&P on that low volume, that high volume at the lows yesterday. Well, first of all, very much that it even looks more bullish than the NASDAQ. But that high volume, same thing to the tick. Now, the S&P was above that too. And he went back. It gave you a chance. It's rare. Look at that. We stayed in that candle. But, you notice VWAP didn't leave that range until the US opened. And that's where, that's where money comes in. What I mean by money is volume. We're not at the $5 table anymore. We're at the $100 table now.
Right.
And it was very clean.
Yeah, I agree there. Pulling up this volume profile, my new favorite tool. We had VWAP trade above it, and I was talking to Coach Paul in the green room. I need a minute. Like I've been becoming pretty impatient in my trading recently. And one of the things that I was focused on early on this year, especially, was being patient and waiting for some of these trades. If I could get a better price in this case, give us an opportunity to around that 50%. These are some great trades here. Better price than that. Better price than VWAP. Where all the buying better than that. Worst case scenario, to their position. In case the buyers were definitely in control of this market. Anything else you got on the equities?
One more comment I did to the traders. The dark pool is 10,000 lots that go unseen by the average investor. It's a really good point. Large institutions do not like to show their hands on exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange. They feel that they get run. Either way, there's a lot of that on dark pools gets traded, and then the balance gets
out. Things as much in futures and in stocks. In stocks, I don't know.
No.
Like being centralized.
Yeah. It's centralized, it's open. But if there's a big transaction, some big volume, seven NASDAQ, it's going to move to a dark.
Yeah, okay.
I have a feeling some of that excess or a hedge goes into those 1,500 lots. Ask the quant. Because I mean, there's so much goes on in dark.
That's not how
You really don't need.
I think that's the sign
You really don't.
It makes your skin change color.
We can be curious, but if you have a trading plan that works, you're trading. That imbalance to me, or that volume is going to come to the futures market because it's capital efficient. It has cheaper to trade.
Out of the dark into the light. There's enough volume that trades on the exchange for us to follow. Take a look at the rest of the
Talk about spreads. I think that it's even more bullish. We haven't talked about our cousin Russell in a while, but it's not. It's kind of flattened out, like you said. Well, it's kind of bullish because when we were breaking, what was the strongest in the season before? It was Russell. And that's kind of a protection plan. Now, risk on going right to the NASDAQ. So there are large entities that trade that spread. So very interesting because it's flattening out while the others are still.
You have the Dow making all-time high in 2 days ago. And still holding above that Friday candle, or right inside of it. All of these look extremely bullish. They look extremely bullish. Of course, anything can change.
Poison.
That CPI data tomorrow could switch things up a little bit. And just a quick eye test. What happens at home level levels, 47,000. Projection there, but everything looks pretty bullish.
Yeah, I just got a text from my broker. Guess what's going to happen tomorrow?
Market's going up.
Yep.
There we go. Are we actually getting the number? Are we actually getting it? It sounds like we are. It sounds like at this point we are. I know last week for PPI they also raised margins. But it sounds like this CPI number is actually up. Anything else you got on the equities?
That's it.
Right, let's move over to gold on a daily.
Not yet. Boy, CPI. That could be. It could affect gold Well, let's look at on that. It's not safe. We're holding that 20-day moving average nicely. It's calming down. Yeah. But just on that, I surely don't want to get short. It can go down.
I'm with you. This is the first test of the 2020 moving average since we started this. I think 40 trading days, the first test of that 20. This seemed necessary. If we were going to continue, this seemed extremely necessary to do this. We have not traded that 20 moving average 60 calendar days, 41 trading days. Almost. And again, we'll see what happens when the market does. I would agree with you that the time to aggressively get short gold for now is probably not. market was probably over. We got almost a 10% correction.
Let's anchor a WILE to the breakout when we close that after the correction. So I think that was
which one?
so
Like this breakout here?
yeah, whatever day that we broke out, that we broke higher than previous all-time high.
Gotcha. Okay, so right here.
Yeah, let's put a anchor viewer.
Actually, right there.
That could be the place.
Interesting.
So I think because to me that represents this new line.
That makes sense.
I want to keep an eye on
That price, 39.36 half. 39.36 half. We'll see where that ends up. Close to that 4,000 level. I know Hogan and I were talking about this 4,000 level being just a visual target. Big fat round number that the market might be targeting. We stopped a little bit short of that. Emery in chat says, I expect bounces to still sell in the cycle in gold. We really haven't seen buyers take control of this market yet. They stopped the bleeding a little bit, but still need some a higher close, right? Or trade above a prior day's high, which we haven't seen. We saw it the entire rally up, but we barely took out any prior day lows. Let's start seeing some action above prior day highs, and if we can convince buyers to do that. 30-minute chart here, Coach Paul.
30-minute chart. We're holding the 20 moving average, but as Anne-Marie said, it is headway. Guess what we're under?
200 moving average.
White line.
Yeah, we are.
Look for resistance at that white line, but we close above it. We could rip, but it's got a lot of work to do. Really, is it oversold? No. That's the crazy part. We've broke what, $350, and it's not oversold.
Right.
So, and with CPI tomorrow, I wouldn't trade. I would step aside in front of that number. My tin hat tells me they're not going to release this if it's a bearish, a big number, or like it shows a higher inflation.
Interesting.
It's just my tin hat. I'll take it off now, but I think they wouldn't. They just wouldn't put it out if it was going to be a terrible number, and we'll see. I could be wrong.
Yeah. What I'm seeing here in gold is that major sell-off that we had. We haven't really traded through that imbalance at all. What day was that? That was Monday? Tuesday? What day was this? Thursday, Tuesday. Still hanging out at the low of that candle. Closing inside of it for now, where we looked below it, but we're still closing inside of it. Again, buyers are trying to hold this up for now. Maybe sellers just taking a little bit of a breather before the next leg down. Maybe getting some of the catalysts that we are talking about. I would agree with you, Coach Paul. We'll see this in crude oil. If we get above this 200 moving average with some volume, then there's a big rip coming in. But that's a big if. Right? It has a lot of work to do. We'll see that in crude oil. That 200 moving average right now, 42.03. 42, basically we'll call it 4200s. Anything else you got in gold or any other metals you want to look at?
Okay, I'll put my tin hat back on. But I found it interesting that gold broke like that right before the announcement there was going to be tougher sanctions on Russia. Because the BRICS central banks have been buying the gold.
Okay.
That could have been a catalyst. Because it was such a sudden and vicious break. So, could that have turned the dime? It could have. Let's see. But good call. And more to Anne Marie's point, we are under that 200 moving average. We got some work to do.
It turned. It's trending lower right now. That was some aggressive selling that we saw. Anne Marie looking for 3600s potentially. 3600s. I'm putting that on my chart. All right. All right. Anything else?
Silver's due today.
Silver. Let's take a look. It's getting closer to that 200 moving average. I saw that in the 30. We'll look at the daily, but still under that 20-day moving average. Still holding it as a resistance.
It looks like gold.
Yeah, it looks very similar. Very similar to gold. Just go through platinum. Copper. Let's take a look.
Copper's probably a little bullish trend to it.
A little bit. A little bit here. Still holding inside of that October 10th candle though here in copper. What about natural gas? We can talk natural gas. Let's talk crude oil first, and then we'll get to natural gas. Anything else you got in the metals, or should we go over crude?
Let's just go over crude.
Crude is getting interesting here. Crude is getting interesting. What are you seeing on this daily, Coach Paul?
What's that white line?
That is the 200-day moving average. 62.14. High of the session today was 62.20. 62.20. So pretty much right there.
We're up $3.20 today.
Yeah.
Really didn't feel that way.
It all happened overnight.
Interesting though, we slowed down right near that 200 moving average. This is like we talked yesterday. This is a short covering rally. Now we've seen this before, haven't we? Sharper rallies and leaks lower. Now that Russian sanctions forced from what I read today is going to force India to buy from the Middle East, and not get cheap crude, which puts that demand into the market. It makes it tighter. So, can it continue? Sure, but from my measurements, get above the 200. At the minimum, close above that.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. We took a trade this morning in the house account, and crude was up 5.5% today. While we were taking this trade, crude was up about 5.5% on the day. And talking about how do you execute trades, right? We talk about a lot of the analysis. Where's this market going? We saw last night urgency in crude oil, maybe off the back of some of those sanctions that we were hearing. We heard crude oil news yesterday, right before the close, right? Here's that highest volume candle yesterday. Again, if war news is picking up, we can potentially see crude oil prices picking up. We also had the energy secretary say yesterday that this was a great time to be a crude oil buyer. Interesting. Right around $58, they said that. Up 6%. But we had that high volume from yesterday. We held that high on the open this morning. On the open last night for the Globex Open. We held that high. Got a little bit of urgency into the London session. If you're wondering what we're referring to as urgency, VWAP leaving the range to the upside. It was pretty choppy during the Asia session. That's to be expected. But then once the London session started to come in, we see this buying picking up above that $60 level. But then we're opening up here, right? We're opening up in this range here. Let's take a look at that opening range trade, and I think I'll put that 200 moving average on the daily back on here. And I think one of the things I'm bullish crude oil. We traded into a demand area that we found some buyers in months ago, down at this $56 level. But coming into the day now, we talk about it all the time, Coach Ball, we're day traders, right? So timing and location matter, and expectations for the trade matter as well. If I'm coming into the day and we talked about this with the opening range trade that we took. If I'm coming into the day with a long bias and the market's already up 5.5%, right? Know exactly what it looks like when your trade doesn't work out. I actually still, I kind of wish we were holding that house account trade because I think we can continue to trade higher. But in this case, that opening range trade, and JD, Hogue, and I, we talk about this, you know, can we add some more context to these opening range trades? Here is the opening crude oil. Decent opening range trade to the long side. And if we took it on the initial breakout, which we didn't, we took it after a candle close. So we got long here. What are the expectations for this trade that I have, right? Because we have a major level of contention, 20 ticks above where my entry is on a day that we are already above the daily ATR and at 5.5%. So if I'm looking to buy crude oil and it's already up 5.5%, I gotta ask myself, I may not know all the numbers, but how many times have I seen a more than 5% day in crude oil? My own personal trading, I haven't. So if I'm taking a long here because I think the market is bullish, for me, that trade location has to be in a better spot to give me a little bit of a runway to work with. Because again, how many convinced buyers am I gonna find at the high of a 5.5% move? I don't know. And there weren't many. But we did get a pullback to where?
VWAP.
Right to VWAP. Right to VWAP, and look at what, you know, ton of volume into that VWAP. There was probably a headline or something that came out, and we traded right back to VWAP, and that's just a better trade location. So, you know, the opening range trade, it's a mechanical trade, so we're going to take it. But the location of that trade, you know, 20 ticks might have been exactly what we were going to get out of the market because of where we were. Interesting market here for sure. Anything else you got on crude, Coach Paul?
Yeah, you know what? We had a lot in a half hour. We had big selling off of that 200 moving average. It was, but we held on to that range.
Yep.
So and that's kind of fun. That to me, that's more or less short covering. But and we stayed. Someone sold it, or an entity got sold, and we went sideways. Let's mark that 200 for tomorrow. Let's see if we get another up 5%. Is that possible?
Potentially. I had to zoom out, Coach Paul. That's one of the highest 30-minute candles we've seen since the middle of August.
Yeah.
Mark that one out. That range is 61.11s up to that 200 moving average, 62.12. Mark that candle out if you're trading crude.
Yeah, that was and that stopped this market dead. So good action though. But once again, that most of it came overnight. By the time we got to participate here in the States,
Trade's over.
Trade was over. So maybe it gives the credence that it's Asian buying that's being forced into this.
Good point. Good point. All right, let's take a look. Natural gas on the daily. 200 moving average is popping up in a lot of these charts. What are we seeing on the daily here?
Nice basing. Again, we're still holding that gap. I find that very interesting. Now, with that said, it's this is the November contract, which is going to end sometime. It's going to expire sometime next week, early. Really want to start looking at the next month, but nice basing. I was listening to an old colleague who was big in the energy business, and someone, said natural gas could be an answer to the energy demand for AI data centers.
Say that one more time.
Natural gas could find a big demand for energy for AI data centers because they have to. It takes a decade to build a nuclear.
Gotcha.
Center. So in the meantime, where would that electricity come from? Well, it'd be generated by the next cheapest. It's a cheap form is natural gas. Natural gas is a major component in electricity generation. Now, what good does that do me in a day trade?
Correct point. I knew that was coming.
How can I work out right quick, bro?
But
tell me money
it is making a nice base at very low prices. So it's not over the 200 moving average. And by the way, this is a continuation chart, so it's kind of it throws it off a little, but it's starting to look friendly to me. So especially with that gap that we've held it. Whoa, what's that white line?
That is the 200 moving average.
We closed below it for the first time this week.
Since that gap,
maybe tomorrow we could fill that gap. That's interesting. Let's watch that tomorrow.
Rich was saying Hoop was saying nat gas may be moving into seasonal demand. It is that time where we are coming into winter time. Take a look on a daily chart and just look at winter. Here is October 2024. Do one of those "you are here" maps on like we're at the mall. We had a gap in November. We had one in October. We filled it. We had a gap in November here that we came back, filled, and never looked back.
Well,
and again, this is go ahead, Coach Paul.
Those gaps come from come from natural gas as a carry. It trades every month, and I'll give you an example here. The price on the December natural gas is 400. So the January is 433.30. So when you're using a continuation chart, those gaps come in because every month there's an expiration. So right now, when that November goes off the board, November's trading at 3,400 basically. December's trading at 400.
Back on no seat.
It's going to show a 600-point gap on a continuation chart. If you had because natural gas trades years out regularly. All right, now look at a volume today in September of 2026 traded 4,300 contracts.
Straight drop.
So it's actually better to have a non-continuation chart because it'll give you data for years. So when it happens in grains too. You won't see this in financials that expire quarterly. So
like a frog,
when the open interest is probably what Coach Hoop is ruling right now. So it's probably Monday. December will be the front month.
It's all there.
Well, December's trading 600
if you want
600 points higher. In a continuation chart, it's going to show this huge gap. Now, the gap we saw on the half hour from Sunday, that's November. That's a pure gap.
You wanna buy episode?
So, interestingly, the reason I know that I've been involved in the ag business or the energy business for a long time, they are priced, different months are different seasons are priced differently. So it's something to know if you're going to trade that. I don't think we only can have continuation charts.
Yes, we can. We can only have continuation.
Now, when Beast becomes top step, it's not going to affect the half-hour or the hourly chart or the 4-hour chart, but it will affect the daily chart. Just it's something to know. And when I went and did some back testing, this is when you know what the results are data dependent. Because the computer doesn't know it's a seasonal trade or the carry. So you have to go back and adjust for that, for true data, without getting too deep in the weeds. Just know that you're gonna see that.
Well, we got a question here from Digicap. I thought this was interesting. No one's ever asked this question before. What's the longest you've ever held a futures contract?
My biggest winner.
Say it again.
I think it was like 2 months.
Okay.
I don't know the exact. That was a long time.
Yeah.
I had to go, and it was actually, it wasn't in an energy, and it was in bonds, I think.
Okay.
It was a long in the bonds. It just kept on going and going, and the only reason I got out was I had a roll. But it wasn't my best trade ever, I should say.
There you go.
It just didn't hit, and it's a swing trade. It didn't hit the multiples I was looking for, and they're pretty big. So you got, you forget you have it on.
Right. Just working. You look at it, it's like, oh, still working.
But I'll tell you this: it all sounds great, but you gotta have to go through it's an 80% loser. It's almost inhuman to execute.
Yeah.
You gotta really love your losers.
Yep. Yeah, I've held a couple of positions. I think my longest was probably about 2 weeks in micros. It was micro NASDAQ, and I it was a decent position. It worked out. It worked out pretty well. But you also need the account balance to be able to hold, right? Especially with some bigger size. The micros is why I would do it. I personally would not hold very many minis in an overnight position. That's just not me, not my thing. Any other markets we want to go over?
We had a nice, decent move today was Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, and then we got a question. Can we go over the S&P before CPI tomorrow? We'll take a look. We're actually going to look at the last CPI print. Here's micro Bitcoin on the daily.
We're bouncing along on that 200. And there's a market imbalance. It's going to break out of this range. If I'm a long-term holder of Bitcoin, I'm getting a little nervous here.
We're losing soldiers. Stay sharp.
We had a great run for the year, but it's up multiples. But we've, and before we bounce off this 200 and we start going higher here. This is a dead gnat bounce. I can't, Matt. I don't want to offend anyone. Does anybody like gnats? If I offended you, I apologize.
And if you like them, I'm okay offending them. I'm sorry, that's not nice.
All right. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this. This should be. I would consider this should have acted better. Now it spent all week near this 200 moving average. Just keep an eye on this. This could have, with the history of Bitcoin or crypto is, when it breaks, it goes one way. I heard that WILE covered some of the shorts.
Yeah, they did.
Her shorts.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a male or female WILE. The WILE covered.
They did cover. Where's the link to that wallet? Let's see where they at right now. The last time I checked, they were still short 1,300 Bitcoin. They're flat. They are flat.
Interesting.
They are flat. So we're on WHALE watch. Next time they put on a position, again, this is not financial advice. This is just reading order flow. But a different WHALE got long. Oh, really?
WHALE, oh WHALE.
WHALE off. All right, let's take a quick look at the S&P, the last CPI print that we got. That was September 11th, 2025. So we're gonna go back in time here. September 11th, 2025. Here we go. That was the last CPI print that we got. And that candle is this one. So what can we expect with CPI tomorrow if it comes out?
Volatility. And volatility of just that spike. We haven't had one for a while. Why trade in front of it? You can. Go ahead. Just my advice is see how it plays out. And like you said, what's the expectation? All I can expect is it's going to be volatile. We saw it in there. And look at that selling. And what kind of trade was that?
That was eventually a J trade. We had some heavy selling. It was a little close to the low of the day. Once we closed the budget, we had a nice rally afterwards. So we say it all the time, we do not have to guess what the market is going to do. Let the market tell you. Trade from there. Trade much safer in that case. We don't want to be in the business of guessing. We want to take some measured opportunities. Right? Measured opportunities, measured risk. Here was PPI, which was the day right before that. And same thing. How do you bet risk in a 25-point candle S&P? You don't try to guess where that 25 points is going to trade out. And tomorrow has the potential to be extremely low. So, be patient. See what happens. And someone wanted to know, what does my crystal ball say? My crystal ball, I got to re-up the subscription on it until after the CPI tomorrow, so I'll let you know. Anything else you got before we go?
Oh, wow, all right. That was fun. It was. If you consider this fun, I did. It's a good session. Once again, that CPI is supposed to come out tomorrow. I think it's wise to wait for the number to come out. We see, even if you think you're right, your stops, if you're wrong, can be just horrendous. Was that the CPI we took the 15-second chart where there was?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Yeah. It might look good, but you don't know if your fill is going to be. So. Be careful. And plan your trade your plan, and have a great day.
Have a good one. We got a question here. What do you think it is helpful to use Bookmap on real time? I think Bookmap is a great tool. I personally don't use it, but I think the information that you get from Bookmap, if you're an order flow trader, can be very valuable. So yeah, I think it's a great tool. But that is it for today for At the Buzzer. We do have Coach Robert. Today is Thursday. Coach Robert is actually doing this class right now. Coach Hoop coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Coach Ray and Coach Vince, 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Coach Dakota with Slow Markets at 8:30 today. Baron is joining him. Make sure you check all of them out. Or catch it on the replay if you can't watch it live. We got Aaron with the London trade, London Open tomorrow at 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time. No Euro trade with D tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. One more day before the weekend. Don't do anything crazy tomorrow that you want to go into the weekend. And Brett, trade well, everyone. Manage your risk. And if you had fun today, hit that thumbs up button on the way out. We appreciate you all. Coach Hoop, we appreciate you as well, helping us moderate this thing. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.
Bye.
has been neutralized.
Target the objectives.
We need attack support on the marked objective. Sit reps have losses coming in. Watch your backs. advised, limited reinforcements left. We take any more casualties and this fight's over.
Figure. What bitches in the comments?